right. Oh gosh. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bezerra Spiritual Healing Center in this beautiful Sunday morning. In this beautiful Sunday morning, I hope it's very sunny wherever you are. If it's not sunny outside, I truly hope that it's sunny.
All right.
Oh, wait. I'm
Oh, gosh.
speaking both.
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
It's connected.
I'm listening to you now. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hallelujah. Thank you.
There you go. I was just speaking in both places, and we do not need to listen to myself twice. Okay, so welcome everyone to the Bezerra Spiritual Healing Center. And as I was saying, I hope it's sunny wherever you are. If it's not sunny outside, I truly hope that it's sunny in your heart. And we are here to share a little bit of this beautiful light that comes from the high. For those who are coming here for the very first time, the Bezerra Spiritual Healing Center is part of the United States Spiritist Federation. We respect all religions and all spiritual traditions. And this is a place for us to share our knowledge, for us to learn together. If you have any questions, please feel free to bring it. This is a safe place where we welcome all this interaction. And before I speak a little bit about Charles to do our opening prayer.
Yes.
Charles.
Good morning, everyone, wherever you are, sunny or not. We know that our Creator is always ever present in our lives and will be forever. I'd like to invite you for a second where you choose to close your eyes. However, the invitation is for you to be with yourself at this moment, to bring yourself into a symphony with the higher most, in a way that we would like to ask our divine creator and our master Jesus Christ to bestow the blessings upon each one of us and those that are assisting or looking into this presentation today. We pray that our divine creator continue to bless every single one of our brothers and sisters. They are in every part, not just of our homes, our cities, our states, our countries, our planet, and of course, our entire universe. With that, I'd like to welcome our brothers that are here present at this video, and that our presenter of today be assisted by his mentors to provide us with the instruction that he is being blessed to present to us today. And with that, I'd like to thank you for everybody for being present, and so be it.
So it is. Thank you, Charles. Amen. All right. So, as I was saying, we are part of the United States Spiritist Federation. Our beliefs are around scientific, philosophical, and religious principles of the Spiritism. So what we do is we study everything that comes from the spirits on high. And we follow what Allan Kardec taught us as the codifier of the Spiritism. That's the reason why we have two moments in our service. And as Emmanuel, the spirit mentor of Chico Xavier, taught us, knowledge and love are the wings for our spiritual evolution. So at the first part of the service, we will have someone speaking to us, sharing his thoughts, sharing what he learned, and I will introduce him in just 1 second. Your participation is extremely important. So during this moment, we highly recommend you to take some notes, because your mentor will be working with you for you to download the messages that are going to be important for you to act on along the week. And the other thing is that during these reflections, your mentors will not only support you to reflect on what is needed, but also to help you sustain the energy that you will be receiving in here. The second part is a hands-on healing. So we have all the spirits on high. And to your point, Pepe, we are also a healing center. So all the healing doctors will be working with us and the mediums of BSH to support us to receive whatever we are in need. So this is the second part of our service. And as we said, this is all about our part and what the spirits can do. So I'm going to share with you all the opportunities that we have to be together, to learn, and to apply all the lessons that we have. So here in your screen, you are seeing our agenda with all the services that we have. Everybody's welcome to join, except on Monday. So on Monday, we have an internal service. It's closed for healing services where all the mediums work together with the spirits on high. And we are vibrating to all of those who are in need. So if you are in need, or if you know someone who is in need and you are looking for spiritual treatment, please let us know your full name, where you are at, so then you can be added to this service. It usually takes 4 weeks, and we highly recommend you that during this time, Monday from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Pacific time, you stay in tune with your mentor. So you either pray, you read the gospel, you just get attuned with the service that will be provided to you. On Tuesday, we have a book study at the Divine Light, which is another spirit center, but it partners with BSH to the study for the initiation into spiritism through Teresinha Oliveira. She's an amazing author, and she's bringing such a beautiful way of understanding spiritism as an introduction. And even if you are a student of spiritism for a long, long time, it is awesome for us to not only revisit this, but also for us to share our perspective and our experiences. So even if you are an advanced student, you are welcome to join us every Tuesday, 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. It's in another link. I will paste the link on our chat. On Wednesdays, we have fraternal assistance. So if you want to share whatever's going on with you, if you want to talk, even if you want someone to pray with you, we are here for you. So usually from 4 to 7 on Wednesday, we give this fraternal assistance. This is individual and it's by arrangement. So make sure that you send a message and say, hey, I am looking for fraternal assistance and I cannot do this on Wednesday. It needs to be any other day. We are open as well. Just let us know and we'll be happy to not only assign a medium for you, but also make sure that you it matches with your schedule. And we also have a book study from 6:30 to 7:30, also on Wednesday. It's about personal transformation. So we know that we always have to transform who we are for us to achieve who we want to be. So this is a beautiful invitation for us to be together, to share, and to learn. On Thursdays, from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m., we are studying the book Living Spring. Beautiful book as well, also from André Luiz with Chico Xavier. And every second Thursday of each month, we are getting together for a personal study, for prayer, and for healing service. So if you are at the Sacramento area in California, this is where usually we meet. Let us know. We'll be happy to share the address and we can all meet together. On Sunday, now from 10 to 11:30-ish, we have the spiritual education and the healing passes. So this is the service that we are right now. But also from 6:30 to 7:30, we have the book study of 2 books. And Life Goes On by André Luiz and Chico Xavier. And this is through I said 2 books, I'm sorry. Just And Life Goes On. And this is the study that we do through Divine Light as well, which is also going to be in the other link. And besides all of that, all of that, we meet every single day for us to have a daily prayer. So every day at 6 p.m., we are all together for us to vibrate, not only for ourselves, but also for the whole world. So everybody's welcome to join us, 6 p.m. at this same link. It usually takes 15 to 20 minutes, so it's not that long. Everybody's welcome to be with us. There is no, there's plenty of opportunities for us to be together. If you have any doubt, this is going to be also in our website, so you can check on later. All right. So I will introduce the person who is going to talk to us today, and it's a beautiful topic. He will be talking to us about being charitable. This is going to be from our brother Robbie Brown, and he's a longtime friend of ours. And for those who do not know him, Rob is grateful for the ability to discover and work on himself for the benefit of all. We have so much potential, and we are blessed with all the wisdom from the teachings of Jesus, says Rob. So with no further ado, I invite you all to give a warm welcome to our brother Robbie. Thank you, Robbie.
Good day, everyone. I am trying to see how to start this.
We can see your screen, brother, just so you know.
You can see it?
Yeah, we can see it's not on presentation mode.
Yeah, how do you get in presentation mode from here? Do I have to do that before, or like that black is across the top?
You can do it again if you want.
Wait, let me try that.
Sure. I don't know if you do this before.
You just hit a slideshow. When you put in your presentation, you put the slideshow, and then they will go one by one.
Okay, I'm getting there. Sorry, everyone. I should have practiced this before I started.
That's
Hey, good day, everyone. Oh, there we go. You guys can see it?
Yes, it's perfect.
Awesome. Okay, good day, everyone. I hope today finds you well. And it's a beautiful day here in Eureka, California, with the storms rolling through, and we got a little sun peeking out right now. So today I'd like to talk about being charitable. And when I first start my presentations, it's always interesting to me how I have an idea in my head how these are going to go, and then how they end up coming to fruition in the end. So I thought it'd be clever because I have a fond respect for nature and the universe and the examples they present to us. So I thought, oh, I'll do one on bees and connect it to everything. And didn't quite turn out that way, but it's good enough. And I love this picture. So I kept it in. And I kept this in. And this will be kind of the main talking point that I kind of leaned off of. In Native American spirituality, bees are revered for their strong sense of community and teamwork. The Native Americans view bees as symbols of unity, cooperation, and harmony. They observe the bees' ability to work together for the greater good of the hive and draw inspiration from it. Bees teach Native Americans the importance of collaboration, reminding them that unity is the key to achieving common goals. I have a deep respect for Native Americans and what they offer, that they work in unity, that they work in unity with nature. They don't take more than they need. They keep their connection to nature. So I love that all this came together, at least at this portion of it. But I really honed in on that sentence that I underlined there. It really resonated with me and stuck out. So I pulled pieces of this together, as you can see, and started with ability and recognized that we have to have an ability to make a choice. And as I see where I stand today, I choose duty in the sense that I'll describe here in a minute. And then I looked at greater good and how I wanted that to be my foundation and how I linked this for my purpose. And then inspiration, an example. And the examples I like are the ones that give. But the one I wanted to start with, which was the main for me, was my purpose. You know, I'd like to take a moment and expand on my journey to identify a purpose that resonated with me. With all the beautiful teachings that we have studied together and all the other ones that I've studied, with all the wonderful examples that I've been blessed with throughout my life, purpose really had eluded me. It wasn't until just recently, as I was going about my day, that a thought just happened to pop into my head. But this time, this thought was different. It was supported by a really wonderful feeling. It was more of a realization of looking at the process of my incarnation and seeing where I had been at different stages in my life. My youth represented receiving, as I saw it, information and experiences. The next stage represented processing what had occurred in my youth. The beginning stages, as I see it, of extracting was future wisdom. It was the last stage that was new and greatly welcomed, the giving back portion. Maybe it was being able to witness the entirety of the process. It made sense and it resonated with me on a deep level. The feeling was reassuring, and for the first time in my incarnation, I have a greater understanding and faith in the process that we're all part of. We take, we process, and then we give back. That made sense to me. It felt complete. It was interesting me, reflecting on this with all the time studying and all the messages that were there, how this eluded me. It really did. And it was a deep struggle up to just this year that I finally found something that I could build upon and called my foundation. And when I reflect back and look at duty, I really like what Emmanuel conveys to us in Thought and Life. We may then symbolically describe duty as a series of activities in the arena of goodness that the Supreme Lord gives us the responsibility to execute. This is done to uphold order and the advancement of His divine work and for our own self-development. I think at times humanity, unfortunately, has a biased opinion on what they view duty as. We tend to see it, I think, in a less favorable light. But to me, I really see the beauty in what duty offers, because it comes with an understanding of what I'm part of, the process, and what my role is in it. And that role is to give back by being an example. Through being the best example of the good that we're capable of, we allow ourselves to complete the process in which we're all part of. We complete the polarity that we brought to our current incarnation. We have allowed the pendulum to swing. From the vantage point of neutrality, we witness the swing of the pendulum that represents at times the taking and then the transition to giving back. And all this is done to achieve balance in our lives, which, as you look, the universe really embraces balance. So when I broke the sentence down, that sentence in the beginning, working together for the greater good, the Gospel according to Spiritism, chapter 17, be perfect, moral persons. Persons imbued with the sentiment of charity and love for their neighbor, do the good for its own sake without expecting anything in return. And they repay evil with good, defend the weak against the strong, and always sacrifice their own interests into the interests of justice. I like the idea of that section in blue there as a, idea of inclusion, the expansion of me into we. The idea that we are separate and lack connection may only be applicable when it comes to our perceived identity. That it may be better to look at others as an extension of ourselves in order to allow a truer form of giving. That there is no disconnect, that what I do to others, I do to myself. Doing the good for its own sake, and definitely embracing this idea of community. And when I look at repaying evil with good, I understand now the kindness that represents. In order to share kindness, it helps to have a greater sense of understanding of the process, which I just recently received. Creating within us a sense of duty. Emmanuel gives us this as well from Thought and Life. Tolerance, however, is not a superficial concept, but a living reflection of understanding, a purity of the soul, a wonderful tool for us to use where we stand, because it is through understanding and tolerance that we're able to give this kindness to others. The understanding that everyone's at a different spot in life, and not to judge it, not to view it as something that's bad, but to let more of an understanding resonate within us that that's where they currently stand. And it's for us to not come back and judge that, but to honor it and to give kindness to those who are in need. And then I look at the purple spot there, defend the weak against the strong. And that's what the courageous do. I mean, look at all the beautiful examples that we've had from Jesus, Buddha, Gandhi, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. We have so many beautiful examples of people who suffered to certain degrees in order to give back because they understood the importance within it. And sacrifice, I appreciate what the Spirit book offers to us in question 875. Respecting the rights of every person, this being accomplished through our intentions and actions. I like to focus on the honor in this action and what we're able to receive from this, rather than what I am giving up to do so. Sacrifice, duty, a lot of these get a negative connotation attached with them. And for the first time for me, committing to a better idea to help people didn't feel like a sacrifice anymore. I felt like it's more of an honor to be able to step up and to give back in a way that I needed at certain points in my life. Do good for others. It will come back in unexpected ways. Create kind patterns and habits, and this is done as we review. We look back, we explore to see them and where our patterns and habits can evolve in a way that can benefit all. Allow your kindness to be felt by all, and including yourself, that we are kind to ourselves so we're better able to convey it to others. We have to be able to feel and understand these concepts, in my opinion, before we're able to give them to others. We struggle to give what we have poorly defined for ourselves. Allow kindness to connect, to share, and to benefit. And what we have to gain and not lose. As in the quote from Oprah Winfrey down here, helping others is a way we help ourselves. We only stand to gain and to come closer to our potential by doing so. The only thing we lose are the ideas that we have formed, and we are simply allowing these old patterns to evolve. And then the relationship and the connection that exists within everything, to share a good, kind, focused relationship with all. How we do anything is how we do everything. And so much truth in those words. I mean, it's who we are. And I love that quote from Marcus Aurelius, that which isn't good for the hive isn't good for the bee. We're all connected. And in order to truly give back, to be charitable, to go for the greater good, we realize that, how we hold ourselves, how we treat others, it's all the same. So then I added the ability to that sentence as I kind of piece it back together. And Thought and Life, chapter 21, duty, Spirit Emmanuel tells us we may then symbolically describe duties as a series of activities in the arena of goodness that the Supreme Lord has given us the responsibility to execute. This is done to uphold the advancement of his divine work and for our own self-development. Gratitude that, when I reflect on all this now, everything's taken on such a different understanding now that I've put my purpose into play. It was so amazing for me that everything I read back on now has taken a deeper meaning to me, and I'm so grateful for it. God doesn't exclude us from being a participant. Instead, God offers us the opportunity to be part of the process, to educate, practice, gain wisdom, and to be able to offer assistance to those in need. The ability to give back to that which has given us so much, I truly see the honor in this now. And for it is in giving that we receive, from St. Francis of Assisi, we soon realize how much we stand to receive through giving. Not in a selfish manner, but by witnessing what we're truly part of, to see that we can make a difference, that we do aid in others' evolution as others have for us. that we gain a deeper understanding of the process that we are all part of by doing so. And when I look at this quote here, in doing what we ought, we deserve no praise because it's our duty. I like all these take on such a different kind of, a meaning to me, and developing greater awareness for our intentions. We're shifting from self to we while honoring who we are. That our compassion is replacing self-interest as we take hold of how blessed we are to give back. That we're pure, elevating our intentions, that we're serving, that we're trying to be empathetic, and all the time we're reflecting on the honor of doing so. This shouldn't, it used to seem like a lot of this seemed like work to me, and they were separate entities until I was able to find a way to bring them all together. And Bruce Lee always has such wonderful quotes. What amazing spirit he was. Ever since I was a child, I have had this instinctive urge for expansion and growth. To me, the function and duty of a quality human being is the sincere and honest development of one's potential. And sincere, you're focused, you're courageous in your efforts. We genuinely feel or believe in that point. And quality, we're setting a standard. We want a solid foundation to build upon, as I have one now. We're invested in the process, and we look at how we can give back to the best of our ability. A quality of foundation allows us to better avoid the vices that can consume our precious time. It allows us to remain focused. An honest development of one's potential. Once again, we're focused on achieving, and we have awareness throughout the day. We're just bringing all these attributes to help us sincerely go towards becoming a better example for people. It becomes about what we're trying to achieve and for who. It isn't about our grandeur, but about helping others achieve a path that enables them to seek their potential, to give back what we have come to better understand. So then I added the last piece on this, to draw inspiration from it. In the Gospel according to Spiritism, chapter 18, many are called, but few are chosen, the narrow door. Enter through the narrow door, for the door to perdition is wide, and the path leading to it is broad, and there are many who enter through it. How small the door to life, how narrow is the path that leads to it, and how few are those who find it. The door to perdition is wider because evil passions are many. This is another quote from just below in the Gospel. And the pathway to evil is frequented by most. Society offers many experiences that consume large portions of our time. Not all are bad, but left unchecked and unmanaged, the years can add up quickly. Our time is a precious resource that should be reflected upon and managed in order to get the most out of it, not only for yourself, but for others. The door to salvation is narrow because those who want to go through it must make a great effort to control themselves in order to overcome their evil tendencies, resign themselves to doing so. I missed a piece. I think maybe it's just and. When we are better able to focus, we tend to achieve more beneficial results. Why not live your current experience to the fullest while helping others? Through focus, management, and awareness, we can accomplish more than we realize. And I like that at the bottom I put there, it's awareness with a purpose for me. It's just not being aware of how I'm behaving. It's being aware of how I'm behaving because I know it's important to me to focus on being an example at all times. And to me, all of this that I'm talking about are pieces of being charitable, ways that I don't know when I'm out and about on my daily activities, where someone stands and where my behavior can make a difference or plant a seed with people who are in a time of need. And models can be a catalyst for change through inspiring, by being courageous, by not conforming. Rosa Parks believed in unity for all. You know, she gives us the quote, each person must live their life as a model for others. How beautiful and what an inspiration and model she was for others. She was working for the good of the community. She wanted everyone to be the same. And now when you think about this, reflect on the energy and resources utilized to address how humanity handles perceived differences. And she didn't want to see that happen. Another beautiful example of courage as well. Her efforts were for a society that wanted to treat everyone as equal, an example for the ages to reflect upon. And the world is changed by your example, not your opinion. Simple ways that we can be a model, an active listener for yourself and others. And that one's so important for ourselves. Listen to your intuition, your spirit guides, your higher self. Find a way to tune in with them because they can offer so much as I've had to me throughout my times. Be patient by being patient, giving compliments, sharing a smile, showing compassion, showing love to nature for everything it offers us, and especially to our pet companions, who my dog is sitting on my lap now. They give so much love and such a pure form of love. It's so beautiful. It's genuine, easy for them. And some green flags in people, you know, to look for in ways that we maybe can bring this to us to help others. You know, they celebrate your wins. They remember small things about you. They respect your boundaries, which is awesome. You feel energized after seeing them. They listen without being defensive. They allow you to be fully yourself. They make you feel safe. You don't have to watch what you say, and they support your goals. Something that I think is like all this is being charitable, but it's just a great, easy ways for us as we go about through our days to be that example for others. So what does it mean to be charitable? Gospel according to Spiritism, chapter 15, without charity, there is no salvation. The greatest commandment, section 7. Above these virtues, faith, hope, and charity, the most excellent is charity. Hence, without any doubt, he places charity above faith itself, because charity is within everyone's reach, the ignorant and the learned, the rich and the poor, because it is independent of any particular belief system. What a potential. Charity is within everyone's reach, but we have to make that choice. Reflect that potential stays capable of happening until we choose to put it into action. By looking at how we're able to improve ourselves, we begin to unlock our potential. By doing so, we are better able to take advantage of what this opportunity offers. To be charitable for me is understand that we are all part of this magical experience, that our efforts do indeed matter, that they can help others to achieve what we have been blessed to understand. And the commonality available for all of the virtues are accessible when you think about it. The different faiths bring them to light in order to bring substance to this experience that is meant to impact us in order to help bring about change by our free will. Find the one that resonates with you. Seek the honor in doing so. We are blessed so much more than we realize. Society is challenged by so many different forms of self-interest. Let's show them that there is so much more to life. And of course, the Apostle Paul's story conveys the potential that resides within us all. I'm definitely looking forward to rereading this now. An absolute powerful example of commitment to change. Courage in facing your past while embracing your future. Consistency through the many trials, he maintained his path, and balance, he brought balance to his life. Change, it's showing that there's a better way of doing things, removing the self-interest, pride, titles, excess, some of which Paul experienced. the courage, occasions on when he had to go and be amongst those who expected him to be his prior self, or those who persecuted him for his new self. And the consistency, what it can take to overcome the patterns we establish, like the efforts he put in and how long it took, and the sincerity and how he tried to bring it for others is so beautiful. And then the balance, understanding the needs to bring balance to our current incarnation, and also investing in our future incarnations by doing so, all the while being an example. And true love is born from understanding. Buddha offers us that. When we are better able to understand why we are doing something, we stand a better chance at being successful. And I definitely experienced that. I had a challenging time moving forward, not seeing how everything connected. I didn't have a foundation to build upon, but after finding one, I'm so excited to keep moving forward now, to revisit things. We are returning what was given to us, or what would we have liked to be given to us for the greater good of all. We are aiding in the process that our Creator set forth, and we are progressing together by doing so. I think that in this, that one statement there, giving, we are returning what we are given to us, I feel that's really in line with the golden rule. I have so greatly appreciated that others have understood this, and I now want to be involved in doing so for others. How beautiful to realize that we're all helping our Creator in the divine path, or the divine plan. That's so awesome. And just to reiterate, it's such an honor to progress together. If we could see the miracle of a single flower clearly, our whole life would change. And that's such a powerful statement. Don't, ponder, don't take anything for granted. For there will come a time that this current incarnation comes to an end. Take full advantage of the opportunity provided by making the most of it. Take time to daydream, to stare, stargaze, sit on the beach, walk in the redwoods, sit by the river, and take time to smell the flowers and appreciate the beauty. It was interesting because I just watched Social Dilemma on Netflix, and someone made a comment that it's sad that we put more value on a dead tree and like in a well, that instead of putting the value on life, we put the more value on death of things. And he made reference to trees and to wells and other things. And it's really true. It's like our society has its goals, but we have to understand that we achieve a higher level, that we take a step up. But then, okay, all know the way, but very few actually walk it. Another beautiful quote from Buddha. Walk your path, believe in yourself and your potential. Continue to recognize the honor, because Buddha offers us a message of inspiration and inviting you to follow what we all know. Become disciplined with a purpose to inspire yourselves so others may witness, to give to those in need because it's the right thing to do so. And knowing who you serve, it's a great reflection for me that society offers so many ways to get our attention. We have to understand, take a step back about what this incarnation's about. It isn't about materialism, possessions, titles, all these things. They're nice to use, but we got to be careful that we don't attach ourselves to them. So put your faith in God and the words of those who have. Taking care of yourself is the most powerful way to begin to take care of others. I understand better that it's a choice. I understand better why I'm making the choice. I found a purpose that resonates with me. So grateful for that. I possess a foundation to build upon, and I believe to give back by being an example is an honor. It doesn't feel like a sacrifice to me anymore, like as I referred to, and I'm definitely happy with my choice. And when I look at the bottom here on this one, it was interesting from the gospel again. Above these virtues, faith, hope, and charity, the most excellent is charity. And, as I look at it, they lead to charity. And that was very interesting to me. because I definitely had to lean on faith, and I definitely had to have a lot of hope in order to understand what charity is to me. I have had to invest heavily upon faith and hope in order to gain a better understanding of what charity is. It has become for me a purpose for the rest of this current incarnation. This purpose has brought a peace and has answered a question, like I said, decades old. And I'm simply grateful that I was shown it. And understanding charity is, for me, just to sum it up here, it's, building up and watching who I am, understanding, like I said, that throughout my life, there have been so many people through indirectly, directly have reached out to me or have just been an example, and how I was able to always reflect upon those and how they aided in planting a seed in me that stuck with me, because some of them I still remember to this day. And realizing that was that last piece, I was realizing that in giving back, I kind of complete this circle, that we come down here, we take, as we grow, we process all these experiences we have in our youth, everything that's happened, we start to form some wisdom. And as I'm forming my wisdom, it was revealed to me that to complete this, it's my duty, as I see it, to give back so others can have that, same thing that I took from others. I kind of feel like it brings balance to the experience for me. So thank you for everyone for listening. Thank you for the opportunity to present, and I hope that it made sense, because at times I never know. And like I say, thank you for everyone listening. It was a wonderful education process for me. It really was. And that kind of gives everyone an understanding of where I'm at. And I just was really honored to be able to share it. So thank you.
Wow, thank you, brother. Wow. Amazing. You rock it. Now you bring everything, a lot to meditate, a lot to think about, and a lot to reevaluate. You put us to think a lot in your presentation. I know that was very good for you, researching all of this and to bring to us. I'm sure you review a lot of things for you too, because when we do the presentation, we are serving to ourselves first, isn't it? And in doing charity, is a great topic. As we look for the life of the saints that have been not just a Catholic saints, but every life of a great beings that have been coming to earth and showing to us the narrow path on earth, but touching us, what I would say, touching us to choose the good things on heaven, not choosing to serve God and not serving the world, serving mammon, like the Bible said. And they really not a sacrifice, because they are great souls who really choose to come to earth and to be this great example to all us. We, for example, we have walking with us in this day that we are in the planet Earth in 2024. We have this great brother, spiritual brother, Divaldo Franco, that is have been a great example to all of us as a charity person, how to practice charity and how to persevere on this narrow path. Because intention, all of us are full of it, but like you brought many times, it is the perseverance. When we persevere in this path and dedicating and focus, because I felt very important when you say focus on this path, because we must be focused. The path is very narrow. If you distract your mind with the
Uh-oh.
Must be the storms, because she said they've had a lot of
walking
rain.
many times and we lost it, no? But I appreciate it's a great topic. We'll be talking the whole day, presenting everything that you said, but I really appreciate everything, and the microphone is open for everybody to share your information. Really appreciate. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for this nice presentation that brings us a lot of knowledge, spirituality, and I don't want to take too much time, but I want to remember what the Buddha said. If we could see the miracle of single flowers clear, our whole life would change. And I want to say, if we could see that we are all created by God, and God is with us, in us, and we are in God. It means that God is in every creature. And when we see that clear, then we love everything. We see God in everything, every person, all our, and we love everything. And that is when we have love, then we can have charity. And here it comes that we think that when we do something good, the people should thank us and say how good. And here Buddha still said that we ought to do as a duty. That is our duty. As human, we should be nice. We should have patience and have charity with other people. That is not something that we want a revenge, that somebody does something to us. And thank you very much. That was very knowledgeable, and thank you. Have a nice time. Bye.
Thank you.
Well, I remember now question 893 from the book of the spirits. It said, what is the most meritorious of all the virtues? It said charity. So that's good enough for me. Thank you for your presentation.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, Robbie, thank you so much. It shows that you put a lot of work to it, because as Tanya was saying earlier, is that our presentation is not that we choose it. I think it chooses us. So it applies. Yeah, I understand. But I appreciate that first slide that you presented, describing those duty, purpose, and giving. Because to me, is, as they said, in everyone's life, there are two most important days. Now I learned from you, there's a third most important day. The first most important day in one's life, everyone's life, is the day that we're born. We've been given this new opportunity, this life, this body to do our work here in this planet. The second most important day is the day when you find out why. What's my purpose? What am I here to do? What's my mission? What is it to do? And the third day, now that I learned from you, is the sense of giving, is my purpose. Because once I discover my purpose, my life is resolved, because everything I'll do is to fulfill that. The third day is when that comes into fruition. It's just like following the cycle of a plant. The seed breaks through the ground, it grows, it has a purpose, which is to produce fruits, and the fruits feed the universe. So that's great. The other thing that you caught my attention was that the quote from Bruce Lee. It took me to Gandhi. Gandhi says that man is at a center of a circumference without limit, meaning that we can grow in any direction that we choose. So we can become an expert in medicine or music or something, or a fighter like a Bruce Lee was. So that's amazing. I appreciate that. And just to finish, again, connected with that, choice is the most powerful element that we have. We are free to choose which direction to go. We choose to plant whatever seed we have to plant. However, we are enslaved of the consequences of it, of the harvest. So I really appreciate that because you brought some very powerful points, and I'm grateful for that. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
You know, Robbie, one of the things that I got from this when you showed, I think it was Rosa Parks. And what came to my mind was the importance of each of us contributing to charity. Is there's always one particular person that can give you that message that you need. You may not hear it from your neighbor, but you can hear it from this neighbor over here, you know, and that's so odd. It could be the same message, but you can't hear from that person. So, you know, so it's not for us to say, well, no, I'm no good at it. No, it's not my job. You know, just do it, you know, and you never know who's listening and who need it just at that right moment.
Absolutely.
So it's really cool to do. Yeah, charity is pretty awesome. Whether it's listening, giving, or just giving a hand to somebody. I don't care if it's taking them to an appointment. You just never know what it is that touches that person's heart. Yeah. So thanks.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, it was interesting while doing this how much I learned, and like charity has changed throughout my perspective of charity has changed so much throughout my lifetime. You know, it started very simply as like, you know, learning about you're giving money, you're giving something, and then it just keeps getting deeper and deeper. And my understanding now of it is just it's how you hold yourself, how you give back to what you've received. Like that to me brings a whole new sense of charity. It's, you know, it's giving back to the process and understanding that you took, no matter what you took. So it is our duty to start giving back at some point.
Yeah, maybe I wanted to say something that related to this, what Messina said. I think that love is like a starter in us, started in God. Love is started in us, within us. When we turn it on and the love begin to wake up, then we don't make any judgment. We love all the people, everything, the dog, the human, and everybody, you know, and we can do that. The most important is to turn it on. When we turn on, that is the light. When we turn on, that is connected to the source of light. And then we make no difference. We can do everything. We are able to do, as Jesus said, like a mustard seeds. When we have a faith and love, we can say the mountain move, and it will move. Thank you.
Thank you. Very well said.
Well, brother, Kiki is just taking care of motherhood there with her little beautiful Livia. So if there is no anybody else wanted to add or make a comment, I want to once more time thank you so very much for your great presentation, for all your work you're putting together, and to remind us always Corinthians chapter 13. Above all, love and charity. So let us love one another as we are, with our defects, with our qualities. As our brother Mosen just said, we can do everything. You can do, we can do everything we want. There's no barriers. There's no narrow path that will stop us to be who we were born to do. As sons and daughters of God, we are here to grow. I love everything he presents because we are here to grow together. And as we grow, we help the planet grow. We help the humankind grow. If we stuck, we'll be stuck with those who are stuck. If we do bad things, we'll be helping others doing more badly. So consciously, as a human being, and this level that we are all together here, gathering together today, we are already not better than anybody else. We are just more conscious than others. So we keep doing good and have the desire to do better tomorrow. Thanks so much again. Thank you, brother, so much.
Thank you.
So we have 2 minutes break. We will come back in 2:05, and then we'll continue the second part. Please have a name if you want someone to be in a name for the vibrations on our daily prayers. Healing. We do a healing daily prayers every day, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We say California time. And on Mondays, we collect all the names for those who are in need. You write your name on the chat. Someone will take notes of your name or the name of your loved one or family, even though have passed to the other dimension. And we will collect and put in our notebook for healing, for prayers. And we'll come back 2:06.